You know, I was talking to a friend of mine not too long ago, and he made a very astute observation about music, and I've never forgot it. He said that music is not amoral. He said, that's crazy. Nobody believes that. He said, no, I'll take that back. There's one crowd that believes that it doesn't matter what kind of music you listen to. Music is amoral. And the only crowd who says that is carnal Christians. I want to tell you, music matters. And I'm not saying that just because I'm some sort of Pharisaical legalist. I'm saying that because, like, frequency, vibration, sound, the types of sounds that you put into your mind affects everything about you. And it's not just the Baptist preacher who says that we should stick to traditional hymns that's saying that. It's actually the occultists that are saying that too. You guys are on the wrong side of everything on this. And I'm going to show you why. Don't go away. All right, guys, go ahead and get our book, Calling Evil Good, the Live Christian Rock and Roll, available now on Amazon. Link in the description below. And go ahead and smite that like button on this video just to help with the YouTube algorithm. So Third Adam 4 came out, done really well so far. I think we're at 239,000 views so far, going into the 250,000 range. And so we try to explain at the very beginning the occultism of the world and how there was imaginations and there was frequencies and vibrations. And so people that are practicing mystery religion, they're always trying to manifest things. They're always trying to align themselves with a frequency. And look at this section right here that we have.
A vain thing. The next subject I want to talk to you about is frequency. In Hermeticism and other areas, basically all your witchcraft, all your sorcery, Eastern mysticism as well, everything is a frequency.
Everything's a frequency, everything is a vibration. And that is really, as the Hermetic people say, that once you understand the principle of frequency and vibration, then at that point you actually you hold the very scepter of occult power. That's when you learn how to actually harness this stuff by manipulating vibrations and frequencies. And there's a science to that, but there's also a spirituality to that. And now I'm not anti-science per se. I mean, I use technology. I mean, I'm talking right here into a camera. This is a microphone right here that's picking up sound vibrations of the air and translating them into a computer format so that you can hear it on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's happening is that this stuff crosses over into a spirituality where it becomes a religion, as the Bible says that there is a science falsely so called. If you want more information on that, you need to go check out Third Adam 4. But there's this website that I've seen for years. I've not really got into it. It's called Gaia. And I've seen a little bit of their movies and stuff, and they are the epitome of everything I'm warning you against. Now, the difference between them and like Kenneth Copeland is not much. The difference between what they say about how to manipulate spirit energy of the universe and what like Bill Johnson of Bethel Church says is really not much. I mean, they're saying the same thing, but one's just using a little bit of, he just peppered his teachings with a little bit of Christianese in there, but they ultimately are the same thing. So it's called As Above, So Below. This actual symbol, if you don't realize this symbol is actually an occultic witchcraft symbol, and this exact symbol is on Casting Crowns albums. And I don't know where you people are. I don't know what you guys are thinking. I don't understand you people. You guys literally walk around like you guys like I really believe that the average Christian woman musician could walk around with a pentagram tattooed on her forehead, ride a broom everywhere she goes, have green skin and a pointed black hat, and go all the time, and everybody would say that I'm being a Pharisee for saying something wrong with this girl. Everybody would say that, but I'm going to stick to my guns. Website says this: was existence born from sound? And this new Gaia original docuseries explores sacred geometry, ancient traditions, hidden history, quantum physics, binaural beats, brainwave patterns, music theory, and more to learn about frequencies in nature and our vibrational multiverse. Oh my goodness. This, folks, I give you this example because I want you to see when we deal with esotericism, this is what they're talking about. This is it. This is the language of this stuff. When they talk about binaural beats, brainwave patterns, music theory, frequencies, and vibrations, this is Satanism. Experts and best-selling authors across disciplines, including Greg and blah, 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 all these guys, offer their insight into connect cosmic secrets and sounds of creation. Experience the powerful impact of sound for yourself with accompanying series, Sound of Creation Sonic Meditations. And so they give you all that, and there's episodes like this here. Of course, that's the ohms of frequency. Many have heard at first there was the word, but does this mean all of existence sprang from sound? Connecting music and quantum physics. There you go. There's another one. Quantum physics. With ancient knowledge, structures, and theologies, experts use modern science to illustrate the power of sound. Episode 2. What secrets of sound can be revealed through sacred geometry? From Fibonacci sequence, Tool uses a lot of the Fibonacci sequence in their music, to Platonic solids. And Snowflake's example of great sacred geometry is visible representations of frequencies that are everywhere. The spectrum of sound, all emotions are emotions vibrating energy in motion. Now, there you go. That's where you get into the Jedi mind stuff. That's where you remember in the Star Wars series where he would just wave his hand and say, these are not the droids you're looking for. What he was doing, he was sending a force power into a vibration or frequency into somebody's mind, and it was altering their consciousness. It was altering their brain waves. It was altering how they think. This is the occult. This is what people do. There are scientists out there, and there's a difference between a scientist and like an occultist in the science world. There are people out there that are actually trying this stuff. They're experimenting on you. It says, exploring the hermetic principles of polarity, rhythm, duality, and more. Experts, including blah, 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 and others, illuminate the links between the frequential nature of our universe and vibrational structures of sound. The consciousness of sound. Is consciousness created from the brain, or do our brains tap into fields of consciousness like a radio dial finding a signal? As Nassim explains, our brains are like antennas with our consciousness tapping into a field of information the same way a TV or radio channels information from elsewhere. The signal is not sourced within the unit but are coming from elsewhere. So that's what they're saying. That's the alignment principle that we talked about, Third Adam 4. Align yourself with the frequency, and then all that will come to you. That's what the New Age charismatic people teach. How was sound used to construct ancient megaliths of Earth? And that's important because they say that like even engineers today are having a hard time struggling trying to understand how these gigantic stones in Peru were put into place from a primitive people who did not understand like modern engineering. Like these people didn't have cranes, and even the cranes of today could not have moved these gigantic stones and placed them in such perfect symmetrical way. Well, if you understand frequency and vibration and you create sound waves, they say that, at least the occultists claim, that you can actually lift stones with sound. And you can levitate them. That's what they're saying. That's what they're teaching. Now, do I believe that? I don't think I do. But I mean, that really is the explanation that these people are giving for why the gigantic 100-ton stones are sitting in the tower of, or the pyramid of Giza in Egypt. It's because they learned how to manipulate gravitational fields, as it said on the screen. From the manipulation of gravitational fields to the electromagnetic ties of consciousness, professionals agree most ancient megaliths are aligned with frequency nodes, much like planetary chakra points. You ought to look up ley lines. That's what that is. Top researchers and experts weigh in on potential sound technologies used to create structures like the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, and all these others in Chichen Itza in Mexico. I mean, guys, this is the occult. That's what this is. And it's wild stuff. I know as a Christian, you're watching this thinking, what in the world is this nonsense? And I thought the same thing. But these people actually believe this. Now, I'll go a step further. I think that there is a real power in this. Nimrod was building this right here. What you see on the screen, Nimrod was building one of these. That's the Tower of Babel. And even God himself, when he came down and looked at all that, he said, we better stop this because they will unleash some sort of power, and they will be able to do anything that they imagine to do if they construct this tower. I think what the Bible is saying to us is that the Bible acknowledges that there is a spiritual power in this, but it becomes destructive to mankind, so God in His mercy confounded the language so that the Tower of Babel would stop being built. That's a fact. And these people are conceding the exact same thing. And that's what we're pointing at to you in 3rd Adam 4. I want you to please take the time to watch all this stuff. This stuff will absolutely rock your world, man. But yeah, now let me just loop all this back, and there's so many more episodes. There's a lot more I could go here. Nature's harmonics, healing with sound, music of the spheres. That's what Alice Bailey was trying to do. Actually, they believe that nature and the world today operates at a lower frequency, and so what we're trying to do, and really what Alice Bailey said was the work of the New Age, was to find a way to raise everybody's consciousness through sound and vibration and frequency, raise the universal consciousness of the world to a pitch so that the last Maitreya can enter the world and we can go into a golden age. It's called the Age of Aquarius. That's what these people believe. Now, I think that prophetically, I think the Antichrist is going to be that Maitreya. I think he's going to call himself something along the lines of the third Adam. There's a lot of that going on out there. But let me tie it all back to Christianity. Let me tie it all back to you. Yes, it does matter what music you use. If you're playing this music with this ohm, and I mean, if you play music with an ohm in your church, you're manipulating yourself into the occult. You're soft initiating yourself into occultism. And it's not like some dark black magic satanic, out there doing some heinous thing. It's white magic mysticism is what you're practicing. And I think that's why so many Christian people have fooled themselves into worshiping a New Age Jesus. You literally have bought into the Jesus that wears sandals, wears a robe, smells like kombucha, and does yoga. That's your Jesus. And you're caught up in all this emotional feeling of euphoria because all this music gives you just a tingle down your spine, and that you've bought into this New Age stuff. You're practicing the occult in Jesus' name. I know that sounds outlandish, but that's true. That's exactly what some of you people are doing. And these people, I deal with them all the time, and what happens is they rage at me. They just rage at me. I don't know how in the world you people can sit there and tell me that Christian heavy metal is okay. I don't know how in the world you guys can get away with that. I don't know what planet you're from, but you obviously are not. I mean, I'm from a place called reality. So, I mean, I'm just calling it like I see it. But they rage at me and they get mad and angry because I am snapping them out of this euphoria that they've bought themselves into and trying to give them the real gospel, the truth of the gospel. And so does it matter what music you listen to? You better believe it matters what music you listen to. Music is not neutral. I'm sorry, Bill Gaither lied to you. Music is not amoral. Music is not neutral. Music is a language, and music, even if there's no words in it, music is a language and sets a mood all of its own. And if you don't believe me, go get in an elevator. They do not play Swedish death metal in an elevator. They play soft, calm, soothing music. We talk about that in our book, Calling Evil Good, the Live Christian Rock and Roll. Go check that out on Amazon, and you will be blessed if you get that book. Guys, I'm serious. This topic just burns me up, man. This is a very serious deal. I am telling you what these people are telling you. I am telling you what these people at Gaia.com are telling you. Frequency, vibration, and musical sounds matter because the ones that you put into you, into your mind, into your soul, into your body, affect everything. They affect your mood. They can affect your health, everything. And so I really do not believe that God operates in any... Really, when you say that you can worship God any way you want to, what you're saying is, it doesn't matter what frequency I use. It's foolishness what it is. So check out the book. Check out the 3rd Adam 4. It'll change your life. God is not neutral, and neither is sound, neither is music. This stuff will warp you. Stay away from it. And that's what we're trying to warn you guys against. Guys, if you haven't seen 3rd Adam 4 yet, go watch it. Please smite the like button. All your dreams will come true. and subscribe to the channel if you're new. God bless you, friend. We'll see you.